In an unprecedented sign of solidarity and support, the EU delegation is coming to Kyiv for the EU-Ukraine summit. Among many issues on the agenda, Ukraine's EU accession. Now, Brussels is set to encourage Kyiv to continue the reforms needed for the EU membership, whilst Kyiv wants to get more details and more clarity on when would that happen, given that Ukraine has been implementing some of these reforms while at the same time defending itself for almost 1 year now. The EU-Ukraine summit is all about both sides managing their expectations. This is the first meeting of the leaders since Ukraine has been granted the candidate status as Ukraine's Deputy Prime Minister for European and Euro-Atlantic integration. Most of the discussions will be focused on the EU accession.
Well, I think it's all very complicated because membership in European Union is a combination of accomplishments of the country, but also the political will of the leaders to take this decision. So it's like a very multi-layer process. But the major contribution Ukraine can make to make sure that this decision is taken as soon as possible is making sure that we are prepared for this window of opportunities. So that's why we advocate for opening the accession talks or reaching the political consensus so that already this year.
Ukrainian Prime Minister has set up a 2-year timetable for securing EU membership, but that doesn't just depend on Ukraine.
We understand that within the European Union there are differences when it comes to the speed of our accession. And we understand that, that's something we recognize, and we're in the midst of having these negotiations. Whether it's realistic that we'll join in 2 years, I'm not going to be the judge making that statement. But look, when we look at the history of the European Union, the negotiation process can take years.
Kyiv certainly hopes it won't take decades. Sasha Vakulina, Euronews from Kyiv.